Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Hare Krishna. I am Rajarsi Dasa. Welcome to Hare Krishna today. On today's program, we're going to speak about the Bhagavad Gita. Yes, every year, around the month of December, thereabout, it's Bhagavad Gita Jayanti. That's the day Lord Krishna spoke the Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna 5,000 years ago on the battlefield of Kurukshetra in India. Of course, this is a historical place that today you can go to that spot. Kurukshetra, the very spot is called Jyotisar. And there is a tree there called Aksharavat. And that tree was present 5,000 years ago when Krishna spoke the Gita, and it is present today. It's called Aksharavat, an immortal tree. But what about the immortal words of God in Bhagavad Gita? How important is that to our life? I've been to Aksharavat many years ago on one of my pilgrimage trips. I've been there to that holy spot where the Gita was spoken. But the thing that we are meant to keep in constant touch with is the Bhagavad Gita. Why? Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Ye me matang idang nityam anutishtanti manava. My instructions are eternal. And anutishtanti manava. And it is meant to be followed by human beings in an ongoing way. Not sometime. No. Human life is meant to be lived according to the Gita. In fact, Krishna uses the words Pashyanti Jnana Chakshushaha. You have to see existence through the eyes of knowledge. Shastra Chakshu or Jnana Chakshu means seeing through the eyes of knowledge. Everybody could see the world, but the demon thinks it's just here for my enjoyment. To gratify my senses is the real purpose of life. The demoniac thinks like that. But Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita to wake us up. To wake us up. So you may say, I'm not sleeping, I'm awake. You sure? You sure you're awake? Do you know what is the awakened condition? The Vedas are saying, Utishta Jagrata Prapya Varani Bodhata. Please wake up. Why is the Upanishad saying to wake up? Actually, all the souls in this material energy are in a sleeping condition, soundly asleep, and in the dreaming condition, the souls are thinking, I am a body, I am a man, I am a woman, I am black, I am white, I am rich, I am poor. This is the dreaming condition. The awakened condition is a soul in its constitutional position. The eternal soul is conscious of his Sanatan Dharma, its eternal relationship with God. The soul is conscious of God, the all-attractive reservoir of all pleasure, and the soul is situated in that relationship. But when we're outside of that relationship, we're caught up under the spell of Maya or illusion. So when Lord Krishna comes to this world, his purpose in coming here is not on vacation, or not like us trying to be God away from God. Yes, we're in this world here. What is our purpose? Ishwaraham, aham bhogi. I am the controller and I am the enjoyer. So we are trying to control and enjoy this world. So Krishna is the father of all beings, and he doesn't like to see us, his children, miserable and suffering in this world. He just doesn't like us in this condition. I mean, we don't like our condition either. But the point is, what are we doing about it? To be in the presence of disease, old age, and death, to have death hanging like a sword over our neck, and we're busy thinking, I am enjoying. It's like you have a nice plate of food, right? Delicious food in front of you, but there is a sword over your neck, and anytime it may come down. So how much illusion we are in, that we are peacefully, joyfully eating, and not knowing that the sword is going to come down on our neck. So the idea is this: under the spell of Maya or illusion, we don't have a clue what is going on. Fool's paradise, this world. So when Krishna comes to this world, then he comes to wake us up. So one important and interesting study we would like to do is describe all the different characters or personalities or the different processes or practitioners that Krishna describes in the Gita. He described demons, disobedient persons, yogis of all description, materialists who is very dear to him. But let us start from the beginning. What about the beginning of the Gita? How does the Gita begin? Dharmakshetre kurukshetre samaveta yuyutsavaha mamaka pandavaschaiva kimma kurvata sanjaya. Dhritarashtra uvacha. The blind king Dhritarashtra, he spoke the first verse in the Gita. He's asking his secretary Sanjaya, what did my sons and the sons of Pandu do being assembled at Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre? At the field, Dharmakshetra, the field of religion, Dharma. That Kurukshetra is Dharmakshetra. It is also a religious field. This blind king's words are very significant. The blind king position itself represents the blind people of this world. Yes. So the selfish king mentions his sons first. What did my sons and the sons of Pandu do? They've assembled at this kshetra, this field. But it is Dharma kshetra. And who is present at that field? Krishna, the Lord of Dharma. The Lord of Dharma is present at Dharma kshetra. So Dhritarashtra is a little nervous. He's worrying. He wants to know, what did they do? What would they do? They've assembled there to fight. But he's wondering of the outcome because the Lord of Dharma is there. So the sons of Dhritarashtra are described as weeds. Yes, weeds. Like you have a garden and there are a lot of weeds growing. So you have to do some weeding, some cleaning out. Well, that's what Krishna came to this world for. To eliminate the weeds, the unwanted elements. So Dhritarashtra, on one hand, he is very attached to his sons. He wants them, because of his affection, he allows them to do whatever they want. He's giving Duryodhan, Dushashan, the way to do whatever they want to the righteous Pandavas. He allows them because of his affection for them, his attachment for them. So these are the characteristics of a soul in this world under the spell of Maya or illusion. Bodily attachment. When the eternal soul think I am a body, the next result is that those attached to my body, connected to my body, they're minds. That's moha, illusion. Yes. Janasya mohoyam aham mam iti. I and mine. Griha. Yes, you have a household, a home. The family members, the friends, this whole, and you think I and mine. This is called Maya, illusion. So from the very beginning of Bhagavad Gita, there are very deep instructions, Dhritarashtra, representing the blind souls of this world who are in ignorance of their real welfare. People don't know their real need, their real welfare. They don't know. They act in ignorance, and it brings grave reactions. So Arjuna, on the other hand, he was suffering from that attachment also. No doubt. Arjuna confessed. He said to Krishna, Karpanya dosha pahatasva bhava prichhami tvang dharma samudha chetasa. He said, Karpanya, Kripana means miserly. He said, due to miserly attachment, bodily attachment, I have become confused about my duty. My grandfather, my teacher, my cousins. But there's a difference. He is bewildered. He is displaying the signs of confusion and bewilderment also. But the difference is that Arjuna has turned to Krishna. He says, Shishyasteham. Shishya means disciple. So he says, Shishyasteham. I have now become your disciple. Why? All along, he was arguing with Krishna. This is in the second chapter we are speaking about where he turns to Krishna. First chapter, he was blowing up his own trumpet. He was just arguing with Krishna all along. His own business, what he thinks and what he feels and what will be the outcome if he does this. But when he couldn't solve his problem, when he was in all this grief and anxiety, and this is what this material world produces. Now you think about it. At some time or the other in this lifetime, you would experience symptoms that Arjuna was experiencing. Intense anxiety, skin burning, mouth drying up, limbs quivering, under intense pressure. Arjuna was undergoing all of this. Yes. Weakness, weak. His bow Gandiva was falling from his hand. This was Arjuna's condition. This is everyone's material condition. But there's a problem. In ignorance, people are thinking, I'll figure it out, I'll set it right, I'll put it right. And we run straight into debt in ignorance, not solving the problems. So guess what Krishna did? He chastised Arjuna. He said to Arjuna, Ashocyanan vashochastvang pragya vadams cha bhashasi gatasun agatasun cha nanushochanti pandita. He said, Arjuna, pragya vad, you're speaking learned words. But you are mourning, you are crying for what is not worthy of grief. You are not a pundit, you are not a learned person. You are speaking all the time learned words. You are speaking as though you are very learned. But here you are. What kind of warrior you are? You're worrying, distress. Huh? That's the kind of warrior you are. A Kshatriya is a bold and brave person. He's an Aryan. And Krishna say, Anarya Jushtam. You're an-Aryan. You're behaving like some uncivilized person. Kshudram Hridaya Daurbalyam. How have this weakness of heart come upon you, Arjun? Anarya Jushtam, that is not befitting an Aryan, someone who knows the progressive value of life. So for the foolish people in this age of Kali Yuga, they think they're very learned, they think they have it together in life, but they don't have a clue as to who they are, where they came from, why they're here, what is the nature of this world, where they're supposed to go, and what they're supposed to do to go there. They're not aware of it, and they think themselves very learned. So Krishna chastised Arjuna so that we, the foolish people of this world, won't think, yeah, I am very learned, I got PhD, I have this degree, I have that degree. Those things are like trying to cross the ocean by holding on to a dog's tail. No doubt, dog can swim, but don't hold your breath. Don't expect to cross the ocean by holding on to a dog's tail. No. You may be the best Olympic swimmer, but if you are dropped in the middle of the ocean, you cannot you can't swim yourself to safety. You cannot. So you could be an expert in this field, an expert in that field, but all your expertise, you are not good enough to cross over this cycle of birth, disease, old age, and death. So Krishna says, Mama Maya Duratyaya. Mama Maya, this is my illusory energy, this material existence, Mama Maya. And it is Duratya, it is very difficult to overcome. You can't overcome it by your own strength. No one can overcome this material energy by their own strength. Waste of time. That's called a hankar. Ahamkara. I am the doer. Yes, I'll get it right. I'll set it right. No. Not by our strength. No. So Krishna chastised Arjuna that this, you think yourself to be very learned, speaking very learned words, but you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. So the blind people of this world, they think that this body and this bodily existence is everything, just providing for the body. So Srila Prabhupada said, a man is building a mansion, he's building a huge mansion, and he thinks that, yes, when I finish build this, I'm going to set it on fire and burn it down. What would you think about him? He's mad. He's nuts, right? You putting so much labor and then you're going to burn it down? So we put a whole lifetime of energy into this body, caring everything nicely for the body. And then the body is going to be burned, or somebody's going to dispose of it. whole lifetime of energy. But what did we do for the eternal soul that has to leave the body and go? So this, we say, is insanity. Trying to save the dress of a drowning man is senseless. These are Srila Prabhupada's words in the Bhagavad Gita. In other words, trying to make people happy in this world by caring just for their bodily needs without helping them to understand their identity and their relationship with God. This is a big blunder. This is like trying to make fish happy out of water. Give fish whatever you like out of water. US dollars, food, clothing, nice movie, Mercedes Benz, but you will not make fish happy out of water. Trying to make people happy in this world, in ignorance of our identity and our relationship with God, we won't get anywhere. We can't help ourselves, neither can we help others in ignorance. Therefore, we should know this world for what it is. If Krishna says that this world is dukhalayam, full of miseries, is that not good enough for us to accept? We don't trust him. We don't believe him. If he says this world is dukhalayam, full of miseries, ashashvatam, temporary, why should we waste our whole valuable human life just trying to make all kinds of petty stopgap adjustments, hoping that I'll be permanently happy, and not utilizing the valuable human form of life to do what Krishna is saying in the Bhagavad Gita? Does that make sense? How much time we're spending to hear from Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita as to what he wants us to do? How much time are we investing for that? Yet we labor very hard. And what's the end result? Disease, old age, and death. And we're kicked out. We're eliminated from the picture. Yes. You just evicted from this situation. That's like you're sleeping very nice, comfortable in your bed at midnight, and someone just come and chuck you out on the street, just put you out on the street. This is not your home. Huh? Bank foreclose on you? They just put you out on the street? Well, that's what it is like. Death. All the time you pampering the body and thinking this is me. And all of a sudden some Yamadutas board you and they just have you on the run. They drag you out of this body like a Jamil. Drag you out of this body. So the idea is this. Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita to wake us up out of this dream. We are living this 50, 60, 100-year dream. In the night we go to sleep and we're having a 5 minutes dream. But this whole lifetime away from God is like a dream. So when we wake up and we're conscious that I'm an eternal soul, and we're conscious of God and our relationship with him, our duty towards him, and the perfection, the goal and the means for achieving this goal, then we are awake. Otherwise, we're just prolonging the dreaming condition. Suppose you're dreaming and tiger is attacking you in your dream, but you're just trying to run faster, or you're trying to scare the tiger away, or you're trying in your dream to... You won't solve the problem in your dream. If you wake up, tiger gone, no more suffering in the dream. So human life is meant for self-realization, not sense gratification. So Krishna's purpose in coming to this world is to wake us up to reality. So Bhagavad Gita is the greatest benediction to human society because it can wake up the intelligent human beings to attain eternal life. I'm Rajarsi Dasa saying Hare Krishna, and do join us again next week for another presentation.
The transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna.